Hi guys, first of all, I've missed you very much. Just to kind of chat with you guys and catch you up about where I've been, because I didn't want to just like leave you high and dry and then come back like nothing had happened, because that just didn't really feel right. I'm just gonna kind of explain what my last few weeks have been like. I'm gonna try and not cry, which again, I talked about this on TikTok, which is so stupid because I'm gonna cry. I already know I am, because I said the same thing and then I cried in my other video. I need to just be okay with emotions and feeling them and not try to just shove everything away. And that's where talking to you guys actually really helps. I was gonna try and just do a bunch of things, like literally, if you can see, I have a literal mountain of laundry that needs to be done. Tried to make this so many times and I just always get lost in my words and I don't know what to say or like how to say it. It just sucks. I had my childhood dog Emma, who was literally an angel on earth, and she was my best friend since I was like 10 years old. She passed away about 2 weeks ago. I go back and forth between not really wanting to talk about it and her because it just makes me too sad. Also, on the other side of that, I'm afraid of no one talking about her because I don't want anyone to forget her. I was lucky enough, I didn't last long. I was lucky enough that I got to fly to Florida and spend her last couple days with her. And I'm sorry, I totally understand if you don't want to watch this because you've lost a dog or honestly anyone super important in your life, because to me Emma was family and she was like my sister, my best friend, and we went through a lot together. Me, her, and my dad were like a little family for a long time, so a lot of me just feels really guilty and sad and angry, and just like I keep trying to think if there was more I could do and I wasn't. She was 15 and a half. Like, she lived a very long and happy and healthy life. It's just kind of one of those things that you start to believe like will never happen, even though deep down you know it is, but you kind of just start to think she'll always be here, and I still like kind of feel like she's always here. Yeah, I don't want to rant, but I'll give you guys kind of like as quick of a story time as I can. She had been sick for like about a week, but then they thought that she was better, so she got to go home, and then we found out that she actually had this disease that's really rare in older dogs, and she literally had been like the perfect healthy dog her entire life. She stopped eating, which I feel like is the telltale sign for dogs that, like, you know, they know. And she just didn't want to eat. And she loved to eat. Like, we offered her everything. We offered her steak, hot dogs, and like everything you can imagine, and she just didn't want it. But usually they say dogs that don't eat wouldn't last more than like 3 days. And she lasted like 10 days. So unfortunately we had to put her down because she was getting too weak to stand, and it was really hard to watch. And I don't want to get too much into that because that's not how I want her to be remembered or for you guys to know her. I posted a TikTok video of her once because we would bring her to my dad's class. He teaches at the University of Miami, and she would get anxiety sometimes when he wasn't home. But Emma really touched so many people, and she was the sweetest dog I've ever met. I want to be able to tell you guys like stories about her and some of my favorite memories with her in my next couple vlogs, because I think that's how you guys deserve to know her and how she deserves to be remembered. Oh god, I don't just really just don't want to cry this whole time. She would be like, "Get your shit together, Julia." She was like the toughest girl in the world. The way that we got her was so special. And I know if I talk about it, I'm gonna start crying again. So I really just wanted to come on and tell you guys where I've been, and I've been dealing with that, and I really hope she's doing okay now. And that she's able to do all of her favorite things. I don't really know what I believe in or anything like that. But I really hope that she's still with me and my dad. Long story short, I flew to Florida with like maybe 12 hours notice. It was a rough couple of days. And I'm really grateful that my dad was there, and I'm really glad I was able to be there for her, because she's been there for me for everything I've gone through in my life. I flew to Florida with about 12 hours notice, spent about 3 days there, which was very long and emotionally draining. And then I flew back to LA, and I had a trip to New York planned because my cousin was getting married, and we were going to be there for about a week. So I came back to LA on a Monday, and then Friday I flew out to New York. So, and I was in New York for about a week, and it's just really been like a whirlwind, hence the mountain of laundry I need to fold. It's all cleaned and I just need to take the time to put it away. But I really haven't had the desire or energy to do anything, which is also why I haven't been posting. I've really just been trying to like clean up my space and help myself feel better, but I've been extremely anxious, like way worse than usual. And I really do, like, if you've lost your pet or your best friend or your family or anybody that was important to you, I'm so sorry. It is literally the worst thing in the entire world because there's just nothing you can do. You just question everything and you replay everything and you just feel so guilty. At least that was my experience. So I'm trying to work through the anxiety and just keep going. Kind of just trying to deal with that. All that to be said, I don't just want to cry on your screens anymore. I honestly just like wanted to talk to you guys because it's been a long time. I tell you guys everything that goes on in my life, and this would just be wrong not to tell you. 25 has not been good to me so far. Gonna put my laundry away. I still have 2 vlogs from May that are unedited, one being my Palm Springs birthday vlog and a kind of like spend the night with me sleepover vlog. So if you guys are still interested in those, I know now it's like a month later, but I would still love to put them out, so I think I will. And if you want, you can just send her your good vibes and love because I'm sure she would love it. Thanks for letting me chat to you guys, and hopefully this explains a little bit about where I've been. Love you guys.